Hi, my name is LaRonda Joy, and it's great to be here with you just for a few minutes. Let's take a little bit of time, and because you had a friend invite you to take a look at this, or because you stumbled upon this somehow, you obviously at least are open enough or love your friend enough to take a look at something unique that's going on in the marketplace. So listen, if you're even half of my age, you have probably been asked at least a half a dozen times to sit down and look at the next exciting thing that's going through, whether that's some health product or some electricity or some phone card or whatever it is. You've probably kind of taken a look at a couple of things, or at least been exposed to people who have. And you know what? Bravo for you. I am always about people looking at things that in ways and looking at ways that they can really make their family's life better. That was important to me. It's important to me that my family have the things that we value and that we have the ability to really be there for our family. So number one, bravo for you for looking. And number two, well done looking at this, because while you may have been exposed to a lot of things and may have even tried some other things in the past, I think you're going to see this as significantly different. Number one, because it's been around for longer than most of us have, or a lot of us have. It's been around over 60 or almost 60 years, and it is something that has a sterling reputation, and it is something that is so exciting and works so well that you will actually feel a difference, not only physically, but financially as well. So let me take just a couple of minutes and share with you the Shackley business opportunity. So Shackley, so I had my initial response to this when some dear friends of ours from Great Britain, who we had these wonderful experiences with in the past, said, look, we want to share the Shackley business with you. And we thought, Shackley? I think my aunt did that when I was a girl. That's been around a really long time. And they said, yes, it has, but you've got to see what's going on. You've got to see the fact that this is the #1 natural nutrition company in the United States. That's huge. Not just a form of business, but the #1 natural nutrition company in the United States. This company has powered several of the biggest expeditions in the world. You remember Jacques Cousteau? So Shackley were the products used in Jacques Cousteau's expeditions. Talk about Olympians and people that are absolutely maniacs about what they put into their bodies. Shackley has hundreds of Olympic athletes, lots of gold, silver, and bronze medalists that use our products specifically. It's a company that has incredible testing and clinical proof that their products work. It's a company that you can bring these things into your home, and if you've got a child with asthma or you've got people that are sensitive to certain ingredients, they're going to be blown away by the fact that these products do not affect them adversely. No toxins, nothing to be afraid of, and everything to be excited about. So these products are amazing. So we've got that side. It's been around a long time. They have not been sued. They're not people who you have to be afraid of their reputation. They're just amazing. And you know what? They've never missed a bonus in all of those years. So not only do they have high quality products, they have an amazing financial plan. And so take all of that, clinical testing, almost 100 peer-reviewed papers that have been published. This is big time stuff. And it's big time stuff that you can just be very peaceful about and get excited about. It's something that will make you feel different. So it'll make you feel different, but here's another exciting part of this. It will actually create a different life for you if that's something you want. So whatever area you might be interested in, maybe it's nutraceuticals, maybe it's weight management, maybe it's really careful cleaning products that are not only good for us but good for our environment and good for the things that we use them on, whatever that is, take that with that long history and combine it with a brand new owner. In 2004, a billionaire named Roger Barnett had been looking for a place to put his significant business acumen and his significant resources into for a long-term return for his family. He was looking for something that was good for the environment, something that was good for individuals, something that was good for his family, and he found that with Shackley. As a matter of fact, Shackley was the only company of this kind that he even wanted to pay attention to. It took him 3 years to purchase it, and you can hear that story later. This gentleman came into this business, loved the long-termness of it, loved the fact that there were people that had been absolutely helped by the products, loved the clinical testing, and wanted to make it something that was significant in the marketplace. So when you're worth a few billion and you hang out with people in San Francisco who have done other things that are worth several $billion, and that's kind of your community, you tend to think big about things. And I love that about Roger Barnett. He's thought big about creating something amazing from something so stable with so much history, and that's what he's done with the Shaklee business. So since 2004, he's laid in amazing infrastructure, not changed the products, not had to change the quality, but he's laid in an amazing infrastructure for growth. And part of that was a compensation plan that was so well researched and so well laid out that it took him a few years to actually bring it to the market. In 2010, he did that. If you take those two things and combine them together along with one other ingredient, and that's you. So I don't know why you're looking at this. Maybe the person who invited you, you just loved them so much that you couldn't lie and say, yes, I'll look at it and not do it. I'm good with that. Maybe it's because you really got something in your life that you need. So I've got one son through college, I've got one in college, and a daughter about to go into college next year. That's a need in my family's life. I also have this amazing husband who I've been in love with for 3 decades that is a commercial roofer. Great provider, does wonderful for our family, but you know what? That is very high impact on the body. I want him off the roofs. So everybody has a different reason. I have no idea what yours is, but here's what I do know. I bet it's important to you. And if it's important to you, if there's something that you really want to be able to make a difference in your life with, if you take these 3 things, the history and the products that make a difference, a sincere, real compensation plan that can make a financial difference, and you combine that with something that you're looking to get done in your life, it could be time with your family, it could be money for something, it could be significance, it could be you love a green environment and you want to find some tangible way of making that better. Whatever that is, combine those 3 things and some willingness to work and some kind of willingness to kind of think through things, and I think the Shaklee opportunity is just what you've been looking for. So real quickly, let me just quickly lay out what Roger Barnett calls the fast track plan. So you know, and you're a smart person, you know that compensation plans are complicated. They have to be that way because you've got people coming in that need to make some money and people that have medium-sized businesses and people that have vast organizations. You have to kind of be able to pay all of those people. What Roger Barnett did is create a sound, profitable, long-term compensation plan. And then he said, okay, what kills people in an industry is that they can't make money fast enough to really stay engaged or to really feel like they're getting somewhere for their family. He created the fast track plan. I love this. It's the most exciting plan I've ever seen in this industry, and I want you to just take a really quick look at how simple it is, how step by step it is, and how rewarding it is. So his idea was, what if in the first 15 months someone got started in business for themselves, they could make $100,000, drive a new car, and go on 2 exotic trips. Well, he had me at trips. So that was my hot button. For other people, it might be the car. For other people, it might be the money. But whatever it is, he's covered it. And I think he's brilliant in appealing to all of us and finding a place for all of us to fit. So 47, you know you need these. So the Shaklee Fast Track program is very simple. First of all you have to do is decide how you want to enter. There's 2 main ways to enter. One is $299, and that will give you 250 points. Don't worry about what points are. We'll get to that in a second. One is $599. That will give you 500 points. And those are basically the way you get started. They're not thin air. They are absolutely full of products, things that you will put into your own home, that you will put into your own body, that you will put into your family's bodies, and you will feel a difference with. This kit has over $850 worth of products in it. This one over $400. So absolutely, let me tell you this, the worst thing that would happen is that you would get into this, use incredible products, make your family healthier, become a customer, and you will never lose money. Amazing plan. So get started. So you choose a kit. My husband and I chose this because we're serious about it. We seriously want to put our kids through good schools. We seriously want him off of roofs. And so this was what we chose, and we wanted a diversity of products. We wanted to be able to really get a good feel for what this was. So we chose this. So I'm going to build my model on this because my degree is not in math and this adds up faster and it's really simple. So If you think about it, the way to get started is first to get your pack and to start using these products, because here's what I know: you'll be a believer, you'll feel a difference, you will love the quality of the products, and that will make everything you say about this business more credible. People will realize that you're excited about it. So let's take this and build a quick model. So everything in the Shackley business is based around a level called director. So director is simply you having a business and having 2,000 points in that business. Now, you could retail those points. You could do home parties and do those points. You could bring other people into the business and do those points. Any combination of those 2,000 points with you doing your volume, it makes you a director. So if you think about it, let's take, my husband would call it a CMU, a concrete block. This is the concrete block of building your Shackley business. Here's what's really simple. If you have a concrete block, you can build an outhouse, or you can build a 50-story building. Whatever you want to build, this is going to be the building block of it. So in our example, let's just get started with what we're talking about here. Let's get started with this director. Let's put you in with your 500 points. This is you. You're looking at a little square here. So this is you. And let's help you put in 3 other people with those 500 points. I'm not great at math, but that adds up to 2,000. That makes you a director. In this business, we'd like to help you do that in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. We'd like to help you create this building block very quickly. When you do that in the Fast Track program, the total bonuses for that will be $880. So if you get started and you let us help you, if you kind of do some thinking and you kind of process through, you actually make your money back just getting started. That's huge in this business. So you've used your own products, you believe in them, and you've actually got your investment back. From here on out, then, you are actually in profit. So that is the building block. That's director. So very simply, what Roger has done is laid out a 15-month plan that step by step, if you just go through those steps, you're going to set up a long-term residual income, but you're going to have all these rewards and perks along the way. So let's get started really quickly. The next level after director that we want to help you do is to become a senior director. Here's what I love about that. It's only about double the volume. So you're getting started, you're helping these people get started, you're helping them grow their businesses. And what senior director is simply you, and in this business, you have to run 100 points every month to be qualified for a bonus check. That's no big deal. That would be like one person taking our vitalizer strips, which are your daily vitamins in a strip, including a probiotic. You just snap out, you can take them your lunch, you can take them at any time. Amazing. And our Vivix, which is our anti-aging cellular regeneration product. You took those 2 products, cost you about maybe $130, $140, you would be doing your 100 points. You can do it in any combination, just so you're not worried about what we're going to ask you to do each month. 100 points. So for you to be a senior director, you will do your 100 points. You will help one of these people become a director. Remember, the building block of the business, you're just going to help one of them. And on the side of that, you're going to maintain a minimum of 2,000 points. Always maintaining a minimum of 2,000 points. When you have 4,000 points in your business, you're what we call a senior director. When you hold that 4 months, not only will you be kind of creating an annual average income of about $12,000 or almost $13,000, but on top of that, and that's the 1099s paid out by Shackley, on top of that, when you've held that for 4 months, Shackley pays you out a $1,000 cash bonus. It's just cash. You get paid it out, and you can spend it on whatever you want to spend it on. And also they create the first of their car payments. So there's also a $225 car payment gets applied at that level. So that's pretty huge. That's called senior director. So as you're getting started, that is the goal after director. Really simple, baby steps. So here's the level that got me. When Tony and Debbie showed me this next level, I was all in. So what they call this level is coordinator, and I'm all over the board. Coordinator. kind of a level of leadership. That's you always doing your 100 points. That's you helping 2 of those directors. So remember, that's 2,000 points a minimum, 2,000 points here, and you having a total of 2,000 points on the side. So you've got 2 directors, and you've got 2,000 points on the side. That's 6,000 points. Remember, over here it was 4,000 points. They're not asking you to take this giant leap. They're just asking you to continue to grow your business. But here's what gets really amazing. So your 6,000 points, you hold that for 4 months, and here's what you get outside of an annual income of about $21,000 a year. So you've actually got a serious residual income going on here. Outside of that, here's what you get. You get a $3,000 cash bonus when you've held it that 4th month. You get a $3,000 cash bonus. You also get the first of those 2 exotic trips we were talking about. Now this year, the trip is a 7-night, 8-day Caribbean cruise on a celebrity boat where they're flying everyone who qualifies to Puerto Rico and putting them on this boat, and they pay for everything. Amazing. Next year it'll be something different, but well, here's what I know. It's been to the Mayan Riviera. It's been to other places. Whatever it's going to be or wherever it'll be, you're going to want to be on it, and you're going to help other people be on it, because this is the fun of the business. So you get the cruise, and along the line here, you're actually going to be qualifying for another trip that they fly you out to San Francisco and kind of do some leadership training called the New Directors Trip. So there's a lot involved here. So this is a very exciting level, coordinator. You want to get in, set a goal to be a coordinator this year, and you want to help some people be coordinators, because it's one thing to go on a cruise and have fun. Way more exciting to take some people with you to have fun. So you want to be a coordinator. So next step, really simple, is a senior coordinator. The real difference in that is it goes from 6,000 points to 10,000 points. The structure remains the same, 2 directors, a minimum of 2,000 on the side. After you've done that, they actually pay out a $5,000 bonus. Huge. Just another bonus after you've held that 4 months. They pay you out another cash bonus of 5,000 points. Huge. Step 5 is really, really simple. As you're stepping through this, it's called executive coordinator. So an executive coordinator, what you do is you add another director leg. So you've got 3 of those directors now. You maintain always that 2,000 on the side, and this time you've got 20,000 points running through your business. But now remember, some of these directors are working hard to be a coordinator, and you're helping them do that. People have their own goals and their own reasons for doing this. They're excited about this, and they're participating with you. So when you've got 20,000 points, you hold that. It's actually a series from 4 to 6 months, but it's a guaranteed payout of $25,000. They pay that out, $10,000 the first, after you've held it 4 months, another 5 for each month after that you hold it to a total of $25,000. That's huge. That is a lot of money at one time that you can really make a difference in your life with. It also increases, it becomes a new car payment of around $350. But here was my thing. When Tony and Debbie told me that the trip for this was to Paris, France this year, and that you actually got to have dinner in the Eiffel Tower. Remember the James Bond movie, the fight scene where the Eiffel Tower fight was going on in that restaurant? And that they were actually going to shut down the Louvre for the people in Shackley, and we got to go by ourselves and look in there. And really, the first time I was in the Louvre, I bawled. I just loved it. It was so amazing. I can't wait to be back there. This trip was to Paris. I don't know where it might be next. I know it's been to Africa, to you know, those amazing 5-star tents out in the bush. It's been to places that you would never dream of. Bora Bora, crazy places that a lot of people never even allow themselves to think they could go do. And yet you get to do that in the Shackley business. So wherever the trip is this year, you want to be on it, or you want to be planning to get on it this year and next. So that is a huge, huge deal. That's called an executive coordinator. As you kind of go through, if you actually go through this, which many people do in that first 15 months, it actually extends out, and there's some other amazing bonuses that you can pick up, over another $50,000 worth of bonuses that you can pick up in the fast track plan. Here's the coolest thing though. So as a business person looking at this, one of the things I saw was, this was amazing. I loved this. This was killer. To get to go to Paris with my husband, who's been on roofs for a long time, that was a big deal to me. I want to do that. But here's what I loved long-term business-wise. If you're a businessman or woman sitting there, I want you to really take a look at this. It's not just about what you do in your first 15 months in Shackley, and it's about long-term residual growth. So not only do you get to participate in these bonuses, but when you bring someone onto the team personally, like Tony and Debbie did, Barry and I, when you bring someone onto the team where you're the one who talked with them and kind of coached them in, no matter where you place them on the team, when you help them make these steps through this amazing fast track program, when you help someone make this $1,000 bonus here at Senior Director, guess what the company does? They send you a matching half bonus. So when we did this, the company sent Tony and Debbie a $500 check because they've invested in us. They've paid attention. They've done lots of meetings. They've been wonderful for us and to us. But this is serious, a matching half bonus. Well, you know what? When you help someone go executive coordinator and they pay out that $25,000 bonus, they pay you $12,500 on that. And here's the thing, that doesn't matter if you're in your first 15 months or in your first 15 years in this business. That matching bonus is whenever you put someone new in. So you can be a part of this fast track program by getting started and going director and moving through the steps, but you can be a part of the fast track program 5 years from now. You can always be helping someone see the excitement and the reality of being able to change their lives. And that's what this is about. This is real. This was put in place with the idea that there would be 10 million people, Roger Barnett's goal, 10 million people in the next 5 years building this business. Once you try these products, once you get a taste of this plan, once you've really helped someone else see the value of these products and what they can do, you're going to be hooked. So for whatever reason you sat down and took the time to listen today, whatever reason that was, I hope that right now you'll take time to process, how do you fit here? Do you fit as a customer? That's great. We'd love to help you be better and feel better and have a healthier, longer life with our products. Do you fit as someone who wants to try a new business? Great. We'll help you get started. We'll teach you everything you need to know. Do you fit as a business builder who is serious about opportunity and really knows what you're looking for? Awesome. We have a plan for you to really, really take this and run with it very quickly. So from my household to yours, I hope you'll take a serious look at this Shackley opportunity, that you'll take something that's old and time-tested and there, kind of that solid as a rock kind of thing, and you'll take the concept of Roger Barnett being new and fresh and really investing in it to build something long-term, and you'll put those together along with your desire for whatever it is in your family that would make a difference. And I hope you come build this with us, because I can't wait to be in Paris or wherever next year's trip is with you. And I hope that you'll find people that you can't wait to be there with as well. So thanks so much. See you in Paris.